Hi, my name's Sammy. I like to be called Sammy, or definitely not Samantha. So, what would you like to be called?
Well, my name's Riley, so you can just call me that.
Okay. Well, can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, for the past few years, had a bad problem with drinking. I drink every night, and it wasn't until recently that I realized that I have a problem. Well, actually, I got in some trouble, so I have to come talk to somebody about it.
Okay, so you're currently in trouble, obviously, since you're here talking to me. Tell me like a little bit about yourself, other than like what's going on right now.
Well, I mean, I had a rough upbringing, and dad left when I was young. Single mom trying to raise me. I didn't really have a good foundation. I was alone most of my life. No siblings. I would just hang out with friends, and they were always a little bit older who would get into bad situations, and I kind of just followed along because I didn't really have anywhere else to go.
Okay, so you had kind of an example running for you as you were growing up, so
Yeah.
it kind of led you into some stuff that you got into.
Yeah, I always thought it was normal because, it was what everybody I knew was doing, so.
Okay. Okay, I just want to let you know what's going to go down today. So we're going to talk for about like 10, 15 minutes. Then we're going to take a break for about 5 minutes so I can kind of gather my thoughts and give you some suggestions to how I can help you help yourself. Okay?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Your confidentiality, what we talk about, we'll leave this organization only if you authorize or release the information unless otherwise required by law.
Okay.
Understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any other questions?
No, I'm pretty good.
Okay.
If I think of any, I'll ask you.
Okay. So what can I help you with today?
Probably just trying to figure out how I can fix my drinking problem.
Okay.
Or what to do about it, but I don't really know what I need.
Okay, so it's probably hard trying to deal with that. I could probably understand that you're going through a hard time and you're trying to find yourself and trying to quit drinking. So how are things going? Like, how often are you drinking?
Well, I drink just about every night, maybe every other night, just as much as I can, really. If I have work or something, I usually wait until after work, but then I'm drinking hours into the night. If I'm off, usually start in the afternoon, carry it on until I pass out. So quite often.
Okay. How are you feeling like about you drinking every night?
Well, till recently, I never really had any negative thoughts about it. Never really put any thought into it. Kind of just did it. It was just what I did. I feel better when I drink. I don't really feel any bad feelings. I actually feel good a lot of the time. But I use my drinking to get away, you could say, from life and everything. So.
Okay. So you said that up until recently you've been feeling that way.
Yeah, when I got in trouble not too long ago.
Okay, so up until recently, what's different now? Is it just the fact that you got in trouble and that you can't drink, or?
No. It put in perspective. You could say that my drinking was a problem, and I never thought I was going to get in trouble over it. But since I did get in trouble, I'm thinking that maybe me drinking as much and how I go about what I do when I'm drunk, probably not the best way to go. And I'd like to talk about how I can not use drinking to solve my problems in a sense.
Okay. So you said you drank about every night until you got in trouble. So how many nights out of the week would you say that you drink now?
Now, 1 to 2 of that.
Okay, that's
So,
really good.
I cut down a lot, but still those nights I'm drinking quite a lot.
Okay. So what is it that happens, or what kind of thoughts do you have on the days that you don't drink? What do you think leads you to making that decision that, oh, I shouldn't drink tonight?
I've been working a lot more, I got fines to pay, and work helps me keep my mind off things too. So I like to keep my job, so I don't drink before I go in. And there's just some nights where I'll come home and I'll be too tired to want to drink, or I just am trying to make a change too.
Okay, so if you're trying to make a change, what have you tried in order to change your habit?
I pretty much just cut out some of the friends that I had that would be drinking all the time, did the same things that I always did. That and just pretty much not drinking are the only things I know how to do. It's hard to not drink because there's sometimes I feel like I really want to, but
Okay. So you cutting out some of your friends that you had that kind of influenced like your path. Was that helpful to you? Did you find that helpful that you cut out those friends and that you kind of cut out some of those relating habits to your drinking?
it helped me not drink as much, but I don't have too many friends, and I knew these guys my whole life in a sense, so it's hard losing friends, but ultimately they don't make me, but I do things I don't really like to do with them. And
Okay, so you were pretty strong and brave with cutting out your friends, especially considering that they seemed like they were pretty important to you. But you did it for something that's going to help yourself, which is really good. You should be proud of yourself about that.
thank you. I am.
So we're kind of going to switch gears here a little bit. I'm going to ask you kind of a strange question. I don't know if you've ever heard anything like it, but just kind of follow my lead. So this is kind of what we call like a miracle question. So you go to sleep tonight, and while you're sleeping, like a miracle happens. Like you, as you're sleeping, it happens, and you wake up, and you notice some things that would immediately like say to your mind, like, hey, like a miracle happened, like nothing is as it used to be, everything's better now. What would be something that you would notice first when you wake up?
Probably that I'd be happy when I wake up. That'd be a miracle, because a lot of the time I don't wake up super happy, and I just woke up just feeling good about life, and probably be a miracle.
Okay, and what else?
Probably that I feel like I can do anything I wanted to do. There's a lot of things that
You would feel invincible.
yeah, probably. Like, I can take on anything that comes my way. I'll somehow beat it. I feel like that'd be a good feeling.
Yeah, definitely. Is there anything else you think you could notice out of that miracle?
Probably that I just wouldn't ever need to drink again. I use drinking as a bad coping mechanism from what I learned, and I feel like if I were to find a new mechanism or just not feel like I needed to drink anymore, it'd also be a miracle. Just completely quit.
All right, that's some pretty normal stuff there. I'm just pretty glad that you were able to identify some things that would be different. Do you think that anybody else would notice the miracle happening in your life?
Uh, I feel like if I came to work with a new attitude about everything, my coworkers would probably notice. A few of my close friends would notice.
What would they notice, though?
Probably that I'm just not my normal self, in the sense that I'm just I'm a go with the flow kind of follower guy. But if I started trying to take the leader position and throwing ideas on what to do out there, like I probably would if I felt that way. Yeah.
So you think your friends or coworkers would notice that you're more into being in your job or just more into life itself? Like, can you go into a little bit more detail about that, like what they would be seeing?
Probably a little bit of both. At work, I'm kind of a bare minimum guy. I just get what I need to get done. But if I'm out there helping people out, getting through my work, being more proactive there, then they would definitely notice that, wonder what's up. I don't carry a smile all the time. I feel like if I just woke up happy, I would have a big bold smile on my face. People would notice what's going on with Riley. Like, what's he up to?
Okay. Is there anything else you think they would notice?
I'm not really sure right now. No.
Not sure. Okay. When they do notice, what do you think is something that will be different for them to be doing towards you? Do you understand the question?
Not really. Can you reword it?
Like, say, like how you just named, like, who else would notice? What exactly are they going to be? I'm trying to word it so you understand better. Are you cutting that or? What will they do differently in order to show you that a miracle has happened? Like, how will they treat you? How will they be towards you? Like, what will be different about them? Instead of them telling you what's different about you.
Probably some of them would be nicer to me, hopefully. Maybe treat me a little bit more respect, or take me more serious. Mm-hmm. Not too many people do, because I'm more of like the laid back type.
Okay.
But yeah, they probably look at me as if I'm a new person, somebody they just met, and they wouldn't go off of their ideas they already have of me or what they already know about me. It'd be kind of like a blank slate at that point.
Okay. So if you pretended that the miracle happened, what would be one small thing that you would do?
One small thing that I would do if the miracle happened.
It can be the simplest of things, or something small that would be different that you would do.
Probably have a good conversation with my mom. We don't have the best relationship, and I feel like if I woke up and a real miracle were to happen, I would call her and tell her that, I understand everything she went through when we were younger. When I was younger, she was raising me. Just try to be nicer to people. I don't think that's too big of a thing. I would like to.
Okay, so we're going to go back to the conversation with your mom. How do you feel that would be helpful to you?
I feel like a lot of my drinking stemmed or came from my bad relationship with my mom. I didn't have a good parent figure or somebody there to kind of show me the right way, and if I woke up and I all of a sudden found the right way, I'd like to let her know that and make sure that she knew I was going to be all right.
Okay. So she was very important to you, and you want to be able to make her proud.
Yeah.
Okay. So, are there any times right now that are like the miracle?
Times right now that are like a miracle. Yeah, probably. There's just certain times where I'm not too stressed out or worried about anything in particular. Probably when I'm like home alone, like watching a movie or something, where I just feel at peace with everything, or
Okay.
um, just around certain people, like a few coworkers that are just nice people, situations like that.
All right. So what do you think it's gonna take to get more parts of your miracle into your life?
Mhm. Uh, Probably finding things that I enjoy more, or just can do that's simple,
Okay.
that I don't worry about the situation at all. Probably like going to a park or something simple.
So you kind of lean along the lines of enjoying the little things, kind of.
Yeah, yeah. I don't really take much time to enjoy the little things, and sometimes those are the best things to enjoy.
Okay. Is there anything else you feel like would help you get to your miracle?
Uh, that I can think of right now, not really, honestly.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, so we're gonna take that break that we talked about. So you can go out in the lobby area, get yourself a drink or something for about 5 minutes, and then you can come back in, and I'll see what I can help you with. Okay?
All right, sounds good.
Thank
See you in a little bit.
Okay, so Riley is out on taking his break right now. I jot down a few things that I feel would be helpful to me when giving him a suggestion. So I noted that after he started working more, that's when he kind of cut down on his drinking. I noted that he cut out some of his friends, which helped him also, even though it was kind of like a bummer, like a burden and a relief in the same thing. I let him know that that was very brave of him, and for him to be cutting other habits too. That was very strong and brave of him. So I was gonna. He brought up a few things that were exceptions when I asked him the miracle question. He would receive nicer treatment from his coworkers. He would be more respected. And one thing that really stood out to me, because he did mention about how he didn't have the best upbringing with his mother when he was being raised. He mentioned that in his miracle that he would have a good conversation with his mom, and that he would tell his mom, like, hey, I had this miracle happen, like I don't drink anymore, like I'm like awesome. And he said that if he let his mom know how good of a job he was doing, that it would make him feel confident. So I'm gonna kind of bring that up to him and let him know that it's awesome that he's able to realize that kind of stuff. He kind of had morally deliberate exceptions opposed to random. He could identify when exceptions, why those exceptions came. Like when I asked him what happens on days that he doesn't drink. And that's when he said like about working and cutting out his friends and stuff like that. So I'm probably gonna try to suggest to Riley that he should kind of do the same of what he's doing, and I'm gonna give him a little bit of an assignment, which would technically just be like try to notice, take one day that he has that miracle and try to notice what other exceptions are, because he's already on a really good path. I wanted to start him off on being able to realize that stuff on his own. So I feel like that would probably be the most effective for him at this point. And then we'll talk about him coming in for another appointment. So. Okay, so did you enjoy your little break?
Yeah. Just went and got some coffee, walked around.
That's good. Well, while you were out there, I was in here thinking about some things I could kind of suggest you or help you help yourself with. I just wanted to make note that you're insanely brave and strong to be able to let go of your friends that you know that are toxic to you. And I wanted to also point out that it's very wise of you to be able to identify that you'll be more confident if you talk to your mom about your problem being solved. So I just wanted to kind of let you know that those are some really good aspects of what we talked about.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. So I wanted to suggest to you that you should probably just kind of keep going the way that you're going, because you proved to be very knowledgeable of what your problem is, and very your perceptions really show me that you're ready to take some steps for yourself to get some help to where you need to be. So just some things you would continue to do is just keep going to work, watch that movie. You said that you feel like you're at peace when you watch movies, when you have that time when you're not stressed out. But I do want you to try to take a day to kind of live your miracle, like pretend as if the miracle had happened, because I feel like that will help you to better improve your solution building thoughts within yourself. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it might be hard starting out trying to.
Yeah, it'll probably be a little bit difficult, but if you can just try your hardest to do that, and we'll talk about it next time you come in and how you felt that day. That's gonna kind of lead us into our next step. If you have to come back since you're mandated, but yeah, but I think that's about it. You understand everything that I mentioned that I want you to do?
Yeah, I know. I'll watch movies, try to live this miracle that we talked about.
Yeah, and it just has to be one day. Just try to wake up and think about the things that you told me that you said you would do when you wake up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I could try that for you.
Okay, thank you. So, do you think this time together was helpful at all to you today?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
I guess you reinforced my thoughts on what I've been trying to do to help better myself. And
Good. I'm glad to do that.
Help me work out a situation where, I can just overall be a better me.
Okay, awesome. So we'll be meeting next, you do Wednesdays and...
Mondays.
Wednesdays. Okay, so we'll see you on Monday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I will see you then.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.